So this poem comes from my collection, Strange Country, which is published by the Dreadful Press out of Cork. And it's focused entirely on the Sheelanigig stone carvings of Ireland. And I became pretty obsessed with these carvings and traveled around Ireland and saw 63 of them and researched them and actually did a PhD on them. And so I, in the course of this, came across a lot of different sorts of text and different sorts of stories about them. And I was really drawn to their ambivalence as visual images. So this is a poem called A Figure. A figure from an old church, a seated figure, a seated figure termed St. Gobinet, from a drawing destroyed in 1548 for fear of the English. Seated figure, a female figure, surmounted by human heads, projecting from a wall. The stone is different. It. A figure called an idol, on the barbican, on a font, on the gable end, into the wall of a mill. An erect figure, a stone figure. The priest twice attacked it, but the people concealed it. On a panel, on a coin stone. This stone is figured. The stones themselves represent females, now owned by a gentleman. St. Shanahan, much weathered, struggling with two monsters. An effigy, a female figure so displaying, cut within a lozenge. A strange figure in stone, called by the country people. A figure the sex of which, projecting from the west gable, placed loosely over a well, in a vaulted cell, on a slab on the peel tower, hacked off, buried up to her neck under a yew tree, entirely obscured, sitting upright, bedded face downwards, flanked by two animals, called Kathleen Owen. A series of punctures in the abdomen, now missing, now preserved, now mutilated, in the bed of River Cashen. The witch, in an old farm lane, buried for concealment, in a private garden, removed from rank vegetation, considerably mutilated. A seated figure, an erect figure, about the size of a small child.